Hey guys, so yeah, I wanted to come on here and do this bit of a vlog and channel update. First of all, right now it's 6 o'clock in the evening, a little after 6 in the evening Pacific time on this last Saturday of March 2025, that being March 29th. And the reason I'm doing this on a Saturday evening, which is, for those of you that have followed my channel since almost the beginning, it's kind of like unusual to do unless something comes up. Well, something did come up. And I'll just put it this way, it's a situation to where basically certain members of my family are going to be having fun, while other members of the family are going to, like myself, are going to have fun as well, because we have the households to ourselves. We'll put it that way. So yeah, it's basically certain members of my family are out having fun at a tribute concert, multimedia tribute concert for Paul McCartney called Penny Lane at one of the state theaters in the region, not going to say where. And it leaves me and other members of the family that didn't go to stay at home and have fun, at the house and kind of do our own thing and stuff like that. Now, with that said, I will put it to you like this too. Today was a very productive day. Now, the reason I say it was very productive in a positive way is today I got done what a lot of us need to get done, if not have already got done at this time of year, and that is our taxes. And I'll put it this way, from a financial standpoint, my return both ways is probably the best return I'm going to get in quite some time. And you know what? Whether you like the new administration running the country or not, they did say things were going to get better financially with the tax returns, and it's definitely, in my opinion, paying off in that perspective. But with that said, to me, seeing what I'm going to be getting is great. It's tremendous. And then combine that with what I got to do later on next week with reapplying for unemployment, and whatever I'll get from that and some other means that I got to work on as well. To me, it's just a good time to, be alive, if you will, be alive financially, because now I'm going to have the finances temporarily, I will admit, but temporarily, to get things done, if you know what I mean. But what was interesting though about today is my bank account, my tax worker, who is a very good worker, did a tremendous job, very fun-loving, and all that, very energetic, very positive, and you can definitely tell she's a Christian. She's definitely a Christian, from what I can tell. And basically, what happened though is, even though she's all that, she's still kind of new. You can tell she's still kind of new and learning the ropes. So what happened is that one of the things I took in, one of the tax forms I took in, was, came with a check, from a settlement, between my former employer and some former employees that worked with them, I guess, in other parts of the state and everything, in other locales and everything. And because of the settlement, myself and a lot of other employees, current and previous, are going to be getting something in the mail, for a certain amount, small, mid-size, or whatever. So for me, I ended up getting a check for like $5.25 or something like that. And what happened, and the former employer, if you want to know, is Walmart. But anyway, what happened though is I took the tax form that came with it, and I don't know why they sent a tax form with it. They've never done that. Because I've gotten other settlement checks before because of these things, and I've never seen that before. Anyway, what happened is I took that in, thinking it was needed, not realizing it was a tax form for next year, not this year. So what happened is I'm going online to the website, to the tax, to the tax association, or the tax companies, or the tax services, website, if you will, the tax services website, and it says that my federal got rejected. And I'm thinking, what is this? What's going on, right? What is this? And so what I do is I message my tax worker, the lady that worked on the taxes, and she calls me back up, and she tells me exactly what occurred. And so basically what it was, again, it was the check, not the check, but it was the tax statement, that came, with the settlement check. And that tax statement was meant only for next year, not this year. So I had to fix that. So once we got it fixed, I was going to go down there, I was going to go back down there, and everything. But thankfully she said, oh, you don't have to come down, I'll try to send it to you and you could just sign it, at home, electronically. And that's what I did. I ended up signing it electronically, and that pretty much took care of it. And both it, that being my federal and my state, got accepted. So I'm good to go. But I just wish, I knew why, for the first time ever in these kind of situations, why anybody would send anyone, a tax form with a settlement check. It didn't make sense to me. And, and if they did, they have to make it clear as day that that's meant for next year, not the following year, or not the previous year, I should say. But yeah, that's basically what happened and everything. But in the end, like I said, I'm going to get a very decent return combo-wise on both the state and federal side of things. Now, with that said, what's going to be happening with this channel? Well, April is going to be starting this Tuesday. And basically this Tuesday is also part of the break. And again, like I said earlier, all of you that have been following me since the beginning, you know what my situation is at, when it comes to certain times of the year. Spring, summer, Christmas, you get the idea. So basically, long story short, things are going to be in for a massive change, at least maybe for, at least potentially for this week. And what that means is I'm going to have to get ahead when it comes to content uploading for this channel. Now, with that said, am I going to have to get up early or stay up late to provide content? Potentially I may have to do that. Could I not have to do that and work around it? Yes, I could. Is there a way I could just go the game route and provide content that way? Yes, I can. But again, it's all up to what's going to take place over the week, because a lot's being planned, around the house, if you will, around the house, in the home, to be taken care of. And maybe some other things that need to be taken care of outside of that, as well, because you never know what's going to come up personally. But long story short, this upcoming week is going to be very, very interesting. Now, with that also, I will say that with the positive return I'm going to get federal and state-wise, combo-wise, as well as me, applying for unemployment again, you will be seeing some other videos make returns, and those videos will be like package openings and stuff like that, God willing. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening with the channel starting next week, in the first week of April, or at least semi-first week of April, and the rest of the month. We're just going to have to play it by ear, not just next week, but throughout the month as well. But anyway though, guys, I just wanted to do this little bit of a vlog and channel update, let you know what's happening. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.